the truth about CM Punk feud with the Elite, um the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and I think Hangman is Hangman Adam Page is a part of the Elite. I don't know. Is he a part of the Elite? I don't think so. But we about to see. But Punk has beef with Page as well. So
massive fallout with Colt Cabana to being put on a different show than the Elite. Here's the truth about CM Punk's feud with the Elite. It all goes back to 2014 when Punk shook the wrestling world by walking away from WWE shortly after the Royal Rumble. He was a top-tier star in the promotion.
Even I was shocked, bro, like, that Punk left, bro. Damn, he left, bro. Like after Royal Rumble, you know. Cause like, look, like, cause you know, like, on TV, like he looked good on TV, you know, like you know, like, just like Kurt Angle, like Kurt Angle back in like 2006, Kurt Angle like seemed like he was at a peak of his career, bro. Like, but like you don't know, but like behind the scenes, like it wasn't looking good. Like he was getting injured and all that shit. And Kurt Angle was in good shape too, though, you know.
For years, and his exit was a major surprise, but the story didn't end there.
Because I'm never satisfied with what I'm doing. I always want to do better. I always want to be bigger. I always want more.
After leaving WWE,
and Punk at that time was putting on great matches too, like the Rock, Undertaker, John Cena. Forgot about him. Don't forget about John Cena. Brock Lesnar. All that. He was putting on great matches, bro.
Punk appeared on Cabana's podcast, The Art of Wrestling, and spilled the beans. Punk talked about the reasons behind his exit, including some serious issues he had with the WWE medical team. It was a no-holds-barred interview that left fans in the industry buzzing, but things took an unexpected turn when the WWE's doctor, Christopher Amann, filed a defamation suit against Punk and Colt. They were accused of making false statements about Amann's medical treatment, and a legal battle played out in court. But in the end, Punk and Colt won the lawsuit. This legal victory added another layer to the already complex relationship between Punk, Colt, and the wrestling world. It was a story filled with tension, drama, and shifting loyalties. The wrestling landscape was about to change, and Punk's exit from WWE was only the beginning. Eventually, Colt and Punk had a massive falling out, and Colt sued Punk for allegedly not paying him his legal fees as he promised, which caused the end of their decades-long friendship, and they moved on to other things. Punk tried his luck in the MMA world, while Colt joined All Elite Wrestling. The AEW was the new kid on the block, and burst onto the scene as an alternative to WWE in 2019. It was a breath of fresh air for fans craving something different, so people were excited, and rightly so. The AEW's founder and owner, Tony Khan, had big plans from the get-go and set his sights on CM Punk. Back in 2018, Tony reached out to Punk, hoping to bring him aboard the AEW train, but Punk wasn't convinced. He'd been approached by rich guys in the wrestling scene before, and wasn't sure if the AEW was the real deal or just another flash-in-the-pan promotion. Punk had his doubts, so he politely declined Tony's offer, which was a bummer for AEW fans who were hoping to see Punk in action again. Rumors swirled that Punk didn't want to join hands with Tony because he was friends with Colt, who Punk really didn't like at the time, but that wasn't the end of the story. The AEW kept chugging along, building its roster, making a name for itself, and as time went on, the company landed a TV deal and gained momentum. That caught Punk's attention, and suddenly, he saw the AEW as a legit promotion. So he started having talks with Tony again, and after some intense negotiations, they finally reached an agreement in 2021, and the
I thought Punk was never gonna show up to wrestling ever again. I thought he was never gonna wrestle ever again. But you know, changed his mind and returned to AEW. You know, and also, do y'all think CM Punk will ever like return to WWE, or do y'all think at least he's gonna be in their Hall of Fame, bro? Let me know, bro. Cause I think they're gonna like at least put him in. If he doesn't return to WWE, at least they probably may put him in the Hall of Fame, in their Hall of Fame shit.
wrestling world erupted with excitement and anticipation. The Second City Savior was back, ready to make his mark in a new promotion, and fans couldn't wait to see what he had in store. But as the news spread, there was speculation about Punk's potential influence on Cabana's position within AEW. Colt and Punk still hated each other at this point, and people thought Punk asked Tony to make some changes regarding Colt's role in the AEW. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Tony, being the man in charge, had to make a decision, and the truth is, Colt was already fading from the AEW spotlight before Punk's arrival. Khan, looking at the bigger picture, had to make a choice. Colt Colt's presence in the AEW was shifted, and he found himself transferred to Ring of Honor, another promotion under the AEW's umbrella. The move raised eyebrows and fueled more speculation about Punk's involvement. People wondered if there was more to the story, and if Punk's influence played a part. But Tony clarified that Punk never asked him to do anything regarding Colt, and said the decision was more about the promotion's plans and roster adjustments. Regardless, that's what started Punk's problems in the AEW. Adam Hangman Page, a rising star and part of the Elite, is a very close friend of Colt's, and stirred the pot when he went off script during a promo. Page expressed his concerns about Punk, questioning whether he was actually good for the AEW. It wasn't part of the plan, caught Punk off guard, and he wasn't too happy about it.
I don't hate you. I almost pity you. And I have no respect for you and what...
Like, when watching this promo, for the first time, you know, I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think nothing of it, bro. We all didn't think nothing of it. Like, you know, it's a promo. Like, it's just a promo. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, they just, you know, but it's just a build-up for their match, and, you know.
You've done since you've gotten here.
He called for a meeting with the AEW's management team to address the situation, and made it clear that he wasn't thrilled with Page's unscripted comments. Punk wanted to set the record straight, and being the rebellious type that he is, went off script during an in-ring promo, calling out Page right then and there, in front of the crowd. That set the internet on fire, and people wondered if there was some real animosity between Punk and Page, or if it was all just part of the show. The rumor mill was buzzing, and everyone wanted to know what was going on behind the scenes. Was there genuine beef? Was Punk on his way out of the AEW already? It made for some good TV, that's for sure. But after making a splash in the AEW, Punk's journey hit a roadblock when he suffered a foot injury. Ouch! It meant he had to take some time off, leaving fans eagerly awaiting his return to the squared circle. But when Punk finally made his comeback, he stirred up a shit ton of controversy. During a media scrum, where wrestlers and journalists gathered for interviews, Punk went off script again, letting loose with an unscripted rant that caught everyone off guard. He didn't hold back, targeted his old friend Colt, venting his frustrations and airing some grievances. It was clear that their friendship soured. Punk didn't mince words, and it didn't stop there. He took shots at the Elite, insulting them in front of the cameras and anyone who was listening. He claimed that Page and the rest of the Elite were responsible for the rumors about him getting Colt transferred, and all in all, it was a giant mess. Not long after they all went backstage.
I mean, Hangman and the Elite, they should have at least talked to Punk about it. They should have asked Punk, like, if the rumors were true, if they should have asked Punk himself if he got Colt, like, you know, like, fired or moved to another, like, company. They should have asked him himself. Instead, you know, like, they want to, like, instead they want to feel how they feel, so, like.
Punk found himself face to face with the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, and Kenny Omega. Tempers flared, voices were raised, and things got physical. It was an all-out melee between some of the biggest names in the AEW, but the details of the fight are murky because everyone involved's keeping quiet about the specifics. But one thing's for sure, it was a clash that left everyone stunned. The tension between Punk, the Young Bucks, and Kenny reached a boiling point, and that's when things got really intense. After the fight between Punk and the Elite, the AEW took action, and indefinite suspensions were handed out, putting everyone involved on the sidelines. It was a strong response, and it left fans buzzing with anticipation for what would happen next. In the end, the AEW stripped Punk and the Elite of their respective titles. It was a bold move, proving that the promotion was serious about maintaining order, and it sent a clear message that that kind of behavior wouldn't be tolerated. Unfortunately, any details about legal actions or the outcomes of the incident have been scarce, and now the wrestling...
I mean, after that ball, AEW, like, be having backstage issues, for me, like, the Andrade and Guevara shit, they had issues, you know. Like, damn.
Rumor mill.
But that's anywhere, any wrestling company, WWE, like, some wrestlers do not like each other in real life. That's just, you know, that's what comes with it. You feel me?
It's an overdrive. But the facts remain shrouded in mystery. After the dust settled, the Elite made their return to AEW TV, but Punk was noticeably absent. For 7 long months, fans eagerly awaited his comeback, wondering when they would see him back in action, and everyone was trying to figure out if Punk still had a future in the AEW. Then, in a surprising turn of events, Punk finally made his return to the AEW in June of 2023. But it wasn't for your regularly scheduled programming. It was on the first episode of the new Rampage show. One of the reasons Punk appeared on Rampage is that no member of the Elite would be on the show, and it seemed like a strategic move to avoid any further clashes and keep the drama to a minimum. With Punk back in the mix, fans were once again treated to his electrifying presence in the wrestling world, but his feud with the Elite is far from over, and it'll have a huge impact on his time with the AEW. So there you have it, you bunch of degenerates. From being put on a different show than the Elite to his massive fallout with Colt Cabana, that's the truth about CM Punk's feud with the Elite.
Damn, bro. So yeah, what's your thoughts about this, you know, situation between, like, Punk, Hangman, Elite, you know, Colt Cabana? All this stem from Colt Cabana. Like, cause Heyman and the Elite thought like CM Punk got like like had something to do with like Colt Cabana like like why like Colt Cabana isn't like lit anymore like isn't like in AEW no more like basically got him fired from AEW. But yeah, let me know what y'all think, and who in your opinion like started this beef. Who in your opinion think who like started this like beef between like all of them. So yeah, but make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the vibe. WavyOcho, check them out. You are.